All right guys, so spring is here. You guys are getting ready to start going out and mowing your lawns. But the big thing is your lawnmower ready to go? Are you utilizing your mower to its fullest potential? And by that do I mean, is your blade sharp? Is your blade ready to go? Is it gonna make great cuts for you this season, all right? You wanna make sure your lawnmower blade is nice and sharp to start the season. A dull blade can cause tugging and ripping at the grass blades, which can lead to fungus and disease later on your lawn. And overall though, it just doesn't give it a really nice looking cut. So what you wanna make sure you do, guys, to start off your season is get a nice sharp blade. And for that, I'm gonna show you guys something. This is my neighbor's blade, okay? He mows his backyard with this blade here. Look at this bad boy, all right? There is just, ooh, it is rough, okay? Rough blade all the way around. What we are gonna do today is we are going to sharpen this up for him, get it looking really, really solid, nice and sharp. And I have a cool product that's gonna help us define a nice edge on this blade and really make it very easy to go ahead and sharpen your blades. In the past, I did a lot of my blade sharpening freehand. And you know, it always made me wonder like if I was keeping a really nice edge on my blades, if I was really doing a good job. Now I no longer need to worry about whether or not I'm putting a good edge on my blade. I have a device that's going to be able to hold the blade in place for me and allow me to glide my grinder up the blade to create a solid edge. So let's jump right onto it. I'm going to show you guys the device and we're going to go ahead and get it installed, get this blade in there and get it nice and sharp for him. All right, so let's jump right on over. All right guys, so this is the GSTP 5005 blade sharpener, and this is how it comes. It comes really, nicely packed. And looking at this materials here, this metal is very, very high quality, very thick and sturdy, very well packaged here. And I absolutely do think, man, this is heavy duty. This sucker is heavy too. We're gonna get this installed, get our blade on there and sharpen her on up. All you have to do is tighten these two bolts into here. They are threaded, tighten them together, and then you can either secure this to a work desk or a vise. I just have these two spring clamps in here and they are, well in place. So not too worried about that coming apart, but it is very easy to go ahead and get installed and set up. You can move it whenever you want to. You can take it on the road with you. If you're one of those people that has, work on the road and you're doing some lawn care stuff, very easy to go ahead and, take with you, install somewhere, sharpen up the blade real quick, put it back on and get back to work. So really, really easy. So I want to show you guys too real quickly how you go ahead and change the angle. I'm going to run mine at 30. I've already set it for it, but it's a very simple process of setting the angle and changing it too. So having the ability to kind of just know exactly what that angle degree is going to be at and get your blade perfectly sharp. So right here on the device, you can see there's 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and 15. That's the angle of what your blade is going to be sharpened at. All you have to do is come over here to this side here and unscrew or loosen up this bolt, and then you can go ahead and move the device to go ahead and get that angle that you're looking for. So we set ours to 30. I think that's gonna be a good angle for us to go ahead and work at. If you wanna do something, a little bit finer, you can. It depends on the type of blade that you're working with. If you have, a mulching blade, change the angle for that. If you have a high lift blade, you're gonna change the angle for that. Depending on the type of blade that you're using, just make sure that you're setting the right angle. So we're gonna do 30 for our blade here. It is pretty worn out. My neighbor told me that he has never sharpened his blade. We're gonna see what we can do with this. As you guys can see, it is very well worn out here. There's a lot of wear and tear on this blade. It can definitely use a sharpening. So I know it's not gonna be perfect when we're done with this, but it's gonna look a heck of a lot better. So to go ahead and get this installed, it is very, very simple, very easy. Let me go ahead and get this installed for you guys. I'll show you exactly how easy it is to do. All right guys, so when you get the device, you get it all set up, it's gonna look a little bit something like this. So in order to get your blade to fit into here, all you have to do is unscrew this handle here and it moves these plates out. And then you just gotta move them out far enough so that you can go ahead and get your blade to fit in. So once the blade's in there and you go ahead and screw it back in, you wanna make sure it's nice and centered and just give it a nice twist. Make sure it's nice and tight in there so it's not going anywhere on you. And we're good to go. All right guys, so then what's next is you're gonna go ahead and take one of these prongs that they give you with the device that you can stick into your angle grinder. You go ahead and screw this in to the right side here so that way it sticks out and it can go ahead and basically install into the device. It comes with a couple different sizes, so depending on the angle grinder you have, you shouldn't really have an issue on finding the right size that fits for you. I had to go through a couple to make sure that I found the right one that fit into here, and then you go ahead and you're gonna install it onto the device and we're gonna get to grinding. So very easy to go ahead and get installed. Check this out. So all you do So you take your little prong, you stick it right here into this, and this is gonna give you that perfect angle to go ahead and grind your blade. Something to keep note, guys, when you are grinding your blade, make sure that you're not going in a backwards and forward motion. You just wanna go in a forward motion, lift up, come back down, and go back up again. You wanna keep that same simple motion of up and down. Don't grind up and down on it. You just wanna do one motion all the way up, pull away, all the way up again. All right, and now for the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and get this blade sharpened, all right? So I assume it's gonna take us at least a couple passes to go ahead and get a really nice edge on here. So I'm gonna do a couple passes on each side, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what this blade looks like afterwards, all right? So just as a reference, this is what the blade looks like right now before we go ahead and sharpen it, and then we're gonna go ahead and show you guys what it looks like afterwards. And there you guys have it. I mean, that was as simple as could be, a couple passes on each side, and look at this blade. I mean, that's looking a lot better. Very sharp again, gonna cut very nicely. Look at the other side here. I mean, that looks a lot better. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. I mean, this blade was heavily damaged. This is one that you may even sit there and say, hey, you know, might be time to go ahead and get a new one, but this, just feeling this edge is a lot sharper. It's definitely not dull anymore. There's, you know, like I said, there's still a lot of wear and tear on this blade, but it's got new life, all right? It's gonna last them at least for another season, and it's nice and sharp again. So honestly, it's super easy to go ahead and get that set up and making sure that you're putting a good edge on there, all right? I think that's what's key, is making sure that you have a good edge on your blade. Freehanding isn't bad. I won't knock freehanding, but at the same time, I'm not getting the same accuracy that I would get with this machine right here. Knowing that I'm getting a 30-degree cut on this blade, knowing that I have, you know, really precise grinding being done on the blade, I absolutely love it. So wonderful, wonderful device. Definitely something that everybody should have in their garage if they truly care about having nice sharp blades to go ahead and mow their lawn with. And if you want to have a nice looking lawn, you need to have a nice sharp blade. I mean, it's kind of pivotal. It's one of the biggest things that comes with mowing your lawn. Having a sharp blade provides a really nice cut, keeps fungus, keeps disease, keeps all the terrible looks out of your lawn by just having a nice sharp blade. So definitely gonna be a staple in my garage. Gonna keep using it on the regular to make sure that all of our blades are constantly sharp. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, you guys know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button. And as always, guys, I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.